Hey, gentlemen, this is Vince Miller. Thank you so much for joining me for another devotional. Today, we're going to pick up in John chapter 9. I'm going to read verses 8 through 12. Remember, Jesus has just healed a blind man, spit in mud, told him to go heal in the pool of Siloam, and he's come back. Here's what happens next. The neighbors and those who had seen him before as a beggar were saying, "Is this not the man who used to sit and beg?" There's question one. Some said, "It is he." Others said, "No, but he is like him." In other words, he looks like him. He, the blind man, kept saying, "I am the man," using ego eimi here, but not in the divine sense. So they said to him, to the blind man, question two, "Then how were your eyes opened?" They are trying to understand. He, the blind man, answered, "The man called Jesus made mud and anointed my eyes and said to me, 'Go to Siloam and wash.' So I went and washed and received my sight." They asked him again, third question, "Where is he?" He said, "I do not know." So guys, for the blind man, this was an eye-opening experience, wasn't it? A little dad joke for you today. It was eye-opening because of how he responds to Jesus. He did three things correctly. He heard, he acted, he testified. He heard, he acted, and he testified. And this is always the right response to Jesus. But with it, the man got more than he anticipated. He was given a whole new identity, which I think is the best part of the story. Remember, this whole situation unfolded because the disciples asked a single question, a question based on a wrong theological assumption about this blind man's spiritual state. The assumption was that some sin resulted in his blindness from birth. And we have to assume that this man believed this as well. This was a lie that was perpetuated and projected onto him from the time of his birth. So we assume he has already spent years trying to connect his present state to some past sin of his parents or even in his own life. You've done that just like me in my own life. We try to trace back our sin to try to figure out why we're suffering in the present moment, don't we? But on this day, he's going to get a new story. His story is going to be completely retold. His state is going to be permanently changed. He's going to be given sight and with it a new identity. Jesus' healing is going to address his condition, of course, his blindness, but everything that people believed led to that condition, even him. Jesus is going to give him the thing that he really wants and needs, sight with a fresh, holy, clean, pure, and new identity. And that's pretty special. I mean, because this is everything a man wants when he comes to Jesus, isn't it? He wants a clean slate. He wants a new identity. He wants a future that takes precedence over all of his past. But then notice how people respond to him. They kind of can't make sense out of it. I mean, they only think about this man through the lens of who he was, not who he is. Therefore, they're kind of confused about it. They even assume it isn't him, even though he testifies it is. And many of them still have trouble believing it. And this is everything a man doesn't expect when he comes to Jesus, is it? That the people of his past won't be able to fully comprehend his new life. That they might actually debate it. They might actually disbelieve it. They might even protest it, or they might even disqualify it. But fellas, men of God who have come face to face with Jesus and have been given new sight have to just keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. You just got to keep listening, keep acting, and keep testifying about Jesus. So do that today, will you? Keep listening, keep acting, and keep testifying about Jesus. I love you guys. I pray this has blessed you. If it has, share it with someone else. And I'll see you right back here again tomorrow.